we go. We know how we start. On one, two, three.
I'm
I'm
ready.
Ah,
ready.
one more time. One, two, three.
I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
Oh,
Ready.
all right. I want you to imagine you're in a hotel. It's the middle of the night, and the fire alarm suddenly begins to sound. The building is filling with smoke. You can smell it. You can hear people shouting. You know something is wrong. And in that moment, every single person inside the building has a choice. Some people will do nothing. They'll think it's a false alarm. They'll roll over, they'll pull the covers back, and they hope that the danger disappears. Some people will retreat. They'll panic, they'll hide, they'll convince themselves that they're safer staying exactly where they are. Some people will take a normal level of action. They'll slowly gather their belongings, they'll look around, they'll wait to see what everyone else is doing, and they'll calmly move towards the exit. But then there's the fourth person. The fourth person takes massive action. They jump out of bed, they start opening the doors, they wake people up if they're sleeping, they help carry elderly people down the stairs, they carry the child who is too frightened to move. They don't stop to ask, is this my responsibility? They don't wait for permission. They don't worry about whether they look dramatic or excessive or overreactive. They act because they understand what is at stake. And here's the question I have for everyone this morning. What if the alarm has already been sounding in your life? What if the opportunity you've been waiting for is already here? What if the people you were meant to serve are already waiting for you to take action? What if the dream inside of you is not asking for more time, more confidence, or more permission? It's simply asking you to move. Whether every day, if you realize it or not, you are operating one of the 4 degrees of action. We're doing nothing, we're retreating, we're taking normal levels of action, or we're taking massive action. And the degree of action we choose will determine the degree of impact we make. Massive action is not about being reckless. It's not about being so busy that it's the sake of just being busy. It's about recognizing that your goals, your mission, and the people that you're called to serve deserve your full commitment. The world does not change because someone had a great idea. The world changed because someone decided to act on it. So today, I want us to stop asking, what is the least I can do? And begin with, what would massive action look like right now? Because the alarm is sounding, ladies and gentlemen, and people are counting on you. This is not the time to pull the covers over your head. This is the time to get up, step forward, and take action. Every single person on this planet falls into one of those 4 categories. But which one are you living in? And I want you to understand clearly what those 4 degrees are, because you need to think about every single day when you start. Number one, do nothing. This is, well, these are just people that like to talk about their goals. They have a million great ideas. They've got great dreams, but they're really not doing anything about it. The second group of people retreat. This is when the going gets tough, they make excuses. They blame other people. They blame the fact they don't have everything that they need. They blame the market. These are people that pull back and tell themselves, oh, it's just too hard right now. The third degree of people are normal. This is where most people live. They do what's expected. They make enough calls. They send enough emails. They stay busy. They're operating in the society that we call normal. The problem is normal effort produces average results. So if your dreams and your goals are extraordinary, average isn't going to cut it. But that fourth section, this is where remarkable things happen. Now, when people hear these words, they often think, wow, that's over the top. But what I believe, and this is where the most natural state of how we're born. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever watched a 2-year-old? Have you ever watched them moving? They're running, they're climbing, they're exploring, they're creating, they're laughing, they're learning, they're trying, they're falling, they're getting up again. They're in constant motion. The only time they stop is when they're sleeping or when something goes wrong. Children don't need motivation. Action is a natural state. But then something happens. Adults start saying, calm down, sit still, take it down a notch. And little by little, we begin teaching people to remove one of the greatest gifts that they're born with, action. Extraordinary success isn't created by extraordinary talent. It's created by ordinary people who choose extraordinary levels of action every single day. The difference between a dream and a legacy, it's action. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have been called a lot of things throughout my career. I've been called a workaholic. I've been called obsessive. I've been called driven. I've been called never satisfied. I've been called too intense. And you want to know something interesting? Every single one of those labels came from someone not operating in the fourth degree of action. Not once. Has anybody ever been more successful telling me that I am any of those labels? Because successful people understand something. They know exactly what it takes. They know success doesn't accidentally happen. They know that relationships don't build themselves. They know businesses don't grow because we hoped that it would. Success rewards action. And I want every one of you to hear this. Your biggest problem is not your ability. It's obscurity. People can't do business with you if they don't know you exist. People can't refer you business if they never think about you. People can't trust you if they've never heard of you. We must be seen, we must be thought of, we must be considered. And that doesn't happen by accident. It happens through consistent, intentional, relentless action. Now, let's be clear. Massive action doesn't mean running around without purpose. It means intentional action, disciplined, consistent, persistent action. They say it takes 7 touches or interactions before someone remembers you. So keep in mind that relationships are not built in one conversation. The first touch introduces you. The second makes you recognizable. The third starts to build familiarity. And by the sixth and seventh, people often believe, I know this person. It's all built through consistency. I've never looked on a day, or I've never looked back on a day where I've said, man, I've made too many calls. Boy, did I follow up on too many clients. Boy, have I expressed too much gratitude. Oh my goodness, I've served way too many people, or I've cared too much. Massive action will never hurt you. It will only help you. Now, will every action produce a result? Maybe not. Will every meeting become a client? Possibly not. Will every idea work? No. But enough of them will. And that's what matters. The people who win aren't the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who outlast it. So as you begin your day today, ask yourself, am I doing nothing? Am I retreating because something didn't go my way? Am I taking normal action or am I operating at the fourth degree? Because here's what I know. Someone is waiting for your call today. Someone's waiting for your follow-up, for your encouragement, for your expertise, and for you to believe in them. Don't let obscurity steal your opportunity to make an impact. Remember, we're not in the mortgage business. We're in the business of changing lives. And changing lives requires action, not someday, today. So let's choose the fourth degree, because remarkable lives, remarkable organizations are never built by those who wait. They're built by people who take massive, intentional, relentless action. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.